All right, good morning. We got a new setup again. We're going to be trying out a lot of different things here, just to let you know. How's everyone doing today? Welcome back. Welcome back to the live stream. Welcome back to another day, day 2, 2023. We'll wait a little bit for some people to step in. Nice day yesterday. Nice day yesterday. A lot of those levels we talked about worked out really nicely. So hopefully you guys did well yesterday. Sound louder? Yeah, I've been working on a lot of stuff here. I've moved that camera and my computer about 10 times since I've moved here. So I'm trying to figure out the right angles for your viewing pleasure. But we'll see. What do you guys think about this one? The only downfall of this angle is that I need to look to the left while reading your messages. It's like all right here. So it's a little difficult, but we'll see what happens. Continue to work on the setup. All right. The view is behind you. So the problem I'm having is that light from the balcony is just too bright. The camera does not like it. Yeah, I mean, we can try to put it back to the camera. You can see the outside, but you're not going to see me very well. It's if you put a camera against the light, it just doesn't work. So you want the view. If you want the view, you're not going to see me. So All right, looks like looks like I'm gonna have to move it again. Here's the view. Turn you. Let's see if I can get this. There you go. Here we go. Hold on. There you go. You can't see the water from this angle, but it's over there on the other side. Well, should we just leave it like this the entire live stream? All right, let's bring it back. Make sure my camera doesn't fall off its stand. Oh, now I'm all messed up here. There we go. Uh-oh. All right, well, I'm going to try different things. We'll see what happens. For now, this is what we're doing. So welcome back. Welcome back to the stream. Welcome back to another day. Welcome back to, what is it? Wednesday, January 4th. Puts on the memory. Yeah, I don't know why it said that. I don't know why it said memory card. I'm not even using the memory card on the live streams. So today, as you guys probably know, FOMC minutes. This is going to be pretty important, pretty big. It's definitely going to, I think, move this market outside of this range that we've been trading in. I think that's really what we want to see. I'm pretty tired of sitting in these ranges. Pretty tired of sitting in this chop. I don't know if you guys have realized lately, but we get like an hour of good action, and then the rest of the day we just chop away into oblivion, which is actually quite nice because we need to learn to walk away from our screens. That's something that 2022 has taught me tremendously, and I think probably has taught some of you guys as well. You trade in the morning and you get the hell out. You trade in the morning and you get the hell out. It's just it's been a mess in the afternoon. Now today you might get a little bit more action, of course, because you have FOMC minutes, so it'll probably ignite some action later in the afternoon. So if you really want to stick around for that, then so be it. I personally don't have much interest in getting involved in FOMC minutes. I never have. I'm not going to change the way I trade because of some crazy volatility that could come later in the day. So I hope I can find something early morning and then get the hell out of here. That's really my goal as a trader, is trade something early morning, find the setup I like, and then get out. So we'll talk a little bit about some of the setups we talked about yesterday. There was a lot of them. Apple under 130, Nvidia off 149 was great. We had Amazon also reject and push up into that 187 level this morning. So a lot of nice setups. Tesla rejected that key level we talked about yesterday. So some really nice stuff, some really nice setups that worked out yesterday. We'll go ahead and review them again here today. So here we go. So the first thing we're obviously going to do is we're going to pull up the economic calendar. So let me go ahead and do that. So the economic calendar, this is obviously the most important thing to be looking at today, and that is right here. So economic calendar, you guys can see yesterday we had manufacturing PMI, which did cause some reaction. If you guys saw yesterday, it definitely caused some intraday reaction, and it was smart to wait for that to come out. We were in the Discord trading live, and after manufacturing PMI came out, you sort of understood the next move, right? After that news came out, you saw the very clear rejections that came in, and you saw the very clear reaction. So sometimes just simply waiting for these types of events can give you a lot more clarity And yesterday was a perfect example of that. I think my first trade yesterday was about 2 minutes after PMI. That was my first trade yesterday on Apple. It was my first and last trade. I'm sorry. I did trade Apple before PMI. My bad. I traded Apple before PMI, and then I came back after PMI, traded it once again. That was my successful trade. So, let's wait for these types of events when we're trading. Let's wait to see what the actual move is. Let's wait for these events to show us a little bit more clarity. That's exactly what happened yesterday. Today, we have ISM Manufacturing Index. At 10 a.m., we have job openings and job quits. So if we're trading today and it's starting to get close to 10 o'clock, let's say it's 9:45, 9:50, you might want to think twice before entering a new position, right? So 10 o'clock, we have job openings, job quits. Be aware of those. Those are big. Those will likely give some volatility into the market. And then 2 o'clock today, 2 p.m. Eastern time today, FOMC minutes. This is obviously going to be a big event, and it should give us some volatility in the market. So FOMC minutes, 2 p.m. Thursday, ADP employment report, jobless claims, right? Big ones again. And then look at all this on Friday. So non-farm payrolls, unemployment rate, average hourly earnings, labor force participation, a lot of stuff here as well. So economic calendar is pretty big this week, and it starts today. The main stuff really starts today. FOMC minutes at 2 o'clock. So let's watch out for that. All right. So that's that. We're going to look at the NVIDIA break and retest of a key. What level was that again? I think it was 149. Yep. 149, 150. I want to show you guys how that worked out yesterday. We talked about this one. We're going to take a look at Tesla under 110. Tesla under 110 is a pretty key level and something I'm definitely watching again. Tesla also had a nice break and retest of, what was that? 124, I think it was. Yeah, 124. So 124 break and retest on Tesla, 149, 150 break and retest on NVIDIA. Those are some textbook retest rejections yesterday, and I hope that this year this retest type trade that I talk about all the time makes a little bit more sense to some people out there, because it just happens all of the time, and Tesla and NVIDIA yesterday were fantastic examples. Apple under 130, caught this really nicely. Netflix under 300 still. I want to show you guys this Netflix 300 level. Also has the 20 SMA there. We have Meta, which is outperforming pretty nicely. Meta outperforming. It's over that 124.50 level. And I think there was some news on it this morning, if I'm not mistaken. Let me go ahead and look at it. Yeah, Meta's still pushing up this morning. Meta... Okay, yeah, they got a outperform rating. Oh, no, I'm sorry. Hold on one second. Meta offers 1 trillion commerce opportunity. Yeah. Research niche coverage on Meta. Okay, a buy rating. Meta had a buy rating from who? Stifel Nicholas? New Street Research initiates Meta buy rating. And then you have a price target cut by Stifel Nicholas. So you're getting a little bit of news. You're getting a little bit of news on Meta, and you're starting to see some action set up there. So let's keep an eye on that one. Microsoft had a downgrade this morning, and then finally Amazon 87 is another thing that I'm watching today. All right. So that's that. That's the schedule for today. Yeah, guys, I mean, we're going to work through this setup as much as I can. I'm going to try to get the best viewing angle possible, but there's a lot of little nuances in this room that I have to deal with, whether it's the light this way or no background that way. It's just, I thought it was going to be a little bit easier, but if anyone has any tips for a camera facing light and still having a good picture, go ahead and email me or something, because when you face a camera towards the light, it just, it totally messes everything up. All right, let's get started. NASDAQ. So the NASDAQ, just another day within the range, right? Another day of us doing pretty much nothing. Another day of stuck in the channel. So yesterday we got that push up into that 11,180 level, right? We got that 11,180 break, or we got that 11,180 push that was early morning. You guys can see right here, previous rejections here, and then a rejection at 11,180. It's what's the point of having curtains? Then why would I even face it that way if I have curtains? So previous high rejection here, polarized lensing. Yeah, I tried the low ISO setting, but it just looks like crap. Yeah, we're gonna stop. Let's stop complaining about the room, huh? That's what we're gonna do for now. We're gonna forget about the room. I'm gonna turn my camera off here soon. All right, 11,180, right? 11,180 here, 11,180 here. That's a very clear rejection. That's what I would be watching, right? So that is the most important, I think, right now level to be watching on the NASDAQ is this 11,180 level. Right here, right here. Watch to see how that reacts today. If that rejects again today, then I would look for that same play, right? If we push up to here, I would look for that rejection right here. I'd look for 11,180 to find some resistance. So that's what I would be watching first. Move back to your house. ND filter. All right, I'll write down some of these. Let me write down ND filter. Hold on. Camera. Yeah, I'll look into it. Thank you, guys. All right, so 11,180, that's your first level to watch, and then the downside is 1080, so 10,800. So right now, I really don't have much to say, right? I don't have much to report that's different versus yesterday. It's pretty much the exact same thing as yesterday. You have the same exact channel, the same exact bottom side level, the same exact top side level, and we just saw another beautiful rejection step in yesterday. So I would say watch out for this 11,070. You can see right here, previous support here, rejections. So I would say in the short term, watch 11,070. I think that is something to pay attention to here. If you get above that, I would still watch out for that 11,180, right? That's still a tough level. And again, like I said yesterday, I would not be playing calls into this level. We talked about this on the stream yesterday. Do not be the person that tries to buy calls into supply. It just does not work in this market. So, buying calls here into supply turned out to be the worst idea of the day. So you guys can see right here, we moved up early morning, little fake push. This happens all the time. You got to ignore this type of stuff right into this 11,180 level, and bam, just a crazy rejection right at that level. So again, if you're looking at these supply levels and you're looking at these rejection points, please do not try to play calls through them, right? I'm not playing calls into 11,070. I'm not playing calls into 11,180. It just does not work. You can maybe look to play upside if you get a hold of 11,180, and then maybe there's something up towards 11,400. Right, that would be the only setup I could say maybe provide some upside opportunity. If you can get over 180 right here, then maybe you have a little bit of a squeeze up to that next level at 11,400. But 11,180 clearly is a tough level to get through, so watch out for that. And then 11,070 here is another level I would be watching. To the downside, I'll go ahead and zoom out on the hourly. If we look at this on the hourly, you guys can see to the downside, I would watch around this 10,850 and then this 10,800, right? That's really the last few levels of support here. 10,850, 10,800. And really, today, I would say you do nothing, right? If you want to hear my honest opinion on today's price action, you're going to do absolutely nothing, very little, until 2 o'clock. And then maybe you'll see, right? You'll either see the move down to these lows and the flush, or maybe we finally start to push over 11,180, and maybe we try to retest this 11,400 level, right? We have to remember, when we zoom out here, we are still stuck under this very important 11,400 level. We have the previous lows here, right? You can see right here, previous lows. You have the previous highs here, and then you can see we have a support or rejection that came in here, and then up here at 11,400, that's still the very important level to get above. All right, that's still the key level that we need to break above. So 11,400, 11,180, 11,70. and then to the downside, 10.8. All right. Those are the levels I'd watch today, and just know that FOMC at 2 o'clock will likely cause some volatility. So be very careful trading through that. The ES is crazy tight of a range, and this is pretty wild. I don't know if I've ever seen this. Do you see all these moving averages here? That is the 20, the 50, and the 100 SMA that are all sitting right next to each other. I mean, they are all piled up right here. So you have the 20, the 50, and the 100 SMA all sitting right at a previous rejection point, 39.20, 39.20, and you have the 20, 50, and 100 SMA sitting right at 39.20. So I guess you can look at this one of two ways, right? You can either look at this and say there's no way that we're getting through that rejection point. There is 3 SMAs on the daily chart. There is a major supply level, and getting through that level will be extremely tough, which I agree with. The other thing you can consider is that if we get through it, right? If we get through it, I would expect a pretty major upside move, right? If we actually get through it. Now, you take, whatever side of that you want. I'm not telling you what I think. I don't really care to think about which way it's going to be. I'm just going to watch to see what happens. But I know that if you get through the 20, the 50, the 100 SMA, and 39.20 supply, I would assume there's some type of major short covering that goes on here, right? So that's something I'm definitely going to monitor, right? That is an extreme key level to watch on the S&P 500. And to the downside, it's pretty much the same thing. You can see if you break 3,800, I would expect an extreme downside move as well. So I think the S&P 500 is definitely grinding here for something big. It's been coiling for like 2 weeks now, just consolidating between this 120-point range. I would assume something is going to come out of a break of either side of this channel. I think it's in your best interest to probably just wait for it. Now, there is obviously some trades in between. There was a nice trade at the 3,900 rejection yesterday. If you caught that, there's obviously going to be some trades, once again off those rejections. So there's going to be those short-term trade opportunities. But if you zoom out and you really focus on the larger-term play here, it's definitely going to be the break of 39.20 or 3,800. Okay? The Dow, same exact thing, right? Just complete sideways action, 20 and 50 SMA, 33.5, 32.750. I'm not going to bore you with the same exact thing. I'm not changing anything what I talked about yesterday. Every single level we talked about yesterday, it's in the exact same spot. We had a little up, we had a little down. Yesterday, we had no major levels get broken. We are still within the channel, and you have to just watch to see what happens within this channel. Here's the Russell, same exact thing, still in the channel, 1,800 highs, 1,730 lows, and we are just in the channel once again. We rejected it yesterday, and that was a very nice play if you caught that to the downside. Okay? So, yeah, channel trade. And today we hope to see a breakout of the channel. That's what I'm hoping for, at least, so we can get some nice price action. NVIDIA. Just a fantastic example of a break and retest. That's what I want to show you today. So here it is. I'm going to turn off the SMAs because they get this a little bit messy. Here's NVIDIA, right? Let's all look at this chart together. And if you watched my live stream yesterday, we talked about NVIDIA retesting the previous lows. We talked about NVIDIA retesting the previous lows and trying to see if it turns it into a rejection point. That is the example, the definition of a break and a retest. So yesterday, over the last 2 trading days, 3 trading days, we got the retest back into the previous double bottom. And if you had this on your mind, if this was your trade plan into yesterday, it was pretty damn easy to catch. I caught some of this with the chat. I know a lot of you guys in the room caught this as well. You guys can see early morning, we got that fake push, right? We got the fake push into the 149, 150s. You saw the market start to reject. You have confidence that this is a retest level, and you take the short, right? You take the short off the retest level. You see the ES and the NASDAQ rejecting their key levels. You know that there's a break and retest there. You know there's previous support that's turning into a rejection. Take your shorts there. Boom, break and retest. Absolutely awesome trade. So that was just textbook from yesterday. If you guys were in the live stream yesterday, I hope you were prepared for this one. This was pretty awesome. So congratulations on that. Very nice downside move. We're still in the channel. We're still, now we're trying to grind back to the upside. So again, what are we watching for today? Do we double top here, right? Do we double top again at 149? Do we find another downside trade at 149? Or is this the time that NVIDIA actually gets above and turns it into support, right? Which way is it, right? Which side of the retest level are we going to see? So again, we're watching 149, 150. Does it turn into a rejection again? If yes, then look for that downside play again. Look for that same retest setup. Tesla, same exact thing, right? Look at what Tesla's done, did yesterday and did over the last few trading days. So let me go ahead and get this set up correctly. You guys can see right here, previous double bottom lows, right? Previous double bottom lows, we broke down, we retested the level. What did we do after retesting that level? Both Thursday and Friday, we found rejections at that retest level right there. And we had that downside move on Tesla yesterday. Break and retest, very nice rejection, really nice downside move. Now, today, I'm interested in this 110. Now, this could be a nice little setup here if Tesla wants to stay weak. If the market stays weak today, I'm liking this little 110 setup. So, you have some pretty major previous lows at 110. Now, not only do we have 110 support here in the short term, if you guys have been with me for a few weeks now, you know we've been watching that 110 level from on the weekly chart. So 110 weekly is all the way back here. It's that previous support, previous rejection points on the weekly chart from back in 2020. And that is a pretty major level, that 110. And now if we go into the short term, look at what Tesla's trying to do at 110, right? We had the previous support step in here. This was back on Wednesday of last week, 110, right? We got under it, and we're looking to see if it turns into a rejection today. If Tesla turns 110 into a rejection today and creates a little bear flag action here, right, I will be definitely looking for this downside break and retest of 110. So that would be something I'd monitor today. How does Tesla react at 110? This is definitely a major watch for me. If Tesla wants to continue on its destruction path and continue lower, then I will definitely see if 110 turns into a rejection today. All right. Apple. So Apple, we go to the hourly chart and we go into this little previous low area on Apple, right? So you can see we had all these previous lows on Apple. Anywhere between this 131 and 130 level, you had previous support, previous support, previous support, into rejections, and what do you know? It turned it into a rejection once again yesterday. Where I actually went short Apple was under 130. I'll show you the exact entry that I took. It was right here. So we had a pre-market low of around 130. Right, you guys can see right here, pre-market low of around 130 here on Apple. And when we got back under 130 here, I'll show you the candle that gave me the confidence. Now, I did take a loss on Apple the first go. I took Apple right here. I'll zoom in. I'll show you exactly where I got in. Right here, I took an Apple downside move, right? I was looking for this rejection of 130. You guys can see right here, we had a rejection of 130. You can see we started to move to the downside. Now, I thought, hey, this looks fantastic. We had that rejection here. We had a very nice wick candle here. And I was in puts right at this level. And I was actually really hopeful on this one. I liked it a lot. It was a very nice break and retest of 130. And I was looking for that downside continuation, sort of like this, on this setup here. Now, I did get stopped out of this trade. I did take a loss. Continue to watch, right? Continue to watch the market. This was around when that PMI data came out, and we had a very aggressive downside move. Now, the next area that I got interested, which I took this again, was right here. This candle right here, where we broke 130, we turned it into a rejection, and then you can see this candle did not have any power to even try to get back above it. After seeing these two 1 minute candles, I got into my puts right around 947. You can see the entries and exits on my Instagram or Twitter, or wherever you want. And we got in short. Traded this live with the chat. and just nailed this thing. And I sold sort of early. I was, obviously the goal of my day yesterday was to, first of all, make back the loss that I lost here. So once I was green on the day, I was starting to scale out. And I think my last scale out was on this flush here. And then I didn't really take advantage of the just slip and slide the rest of the day. But awesome move there on Apple, 130 rejection. That was the trade that I took. Here's what I would watch today. If we go to the 30-minute chart, what am I watching today? I am watching the same exact thing. Break and retest. What do you know? Previous lows into rejections. If we turn 126.50 into a rejection today, I will be all over this looking for downside. If we turn 126.50 into some type of a support, then maybe there's a little bit of upside over that level. But I would say we have to watch out for these lows here around 128 as well. So watch out for this 128 low as well. But if we can turn this previous low here into a rejection this morning, absolutely all over that. Definitely watching that today. Netflix, 300. And I also want to pop on the 20 SMA here because this is important. 20 SMA, because it's sitting right at it. So here's Netflix. You guys know we've talked about Netflix over the last few days. Netflix, 300. So we can see here, previous lows into rejections. We talked about this yesterday. And I'm not going to go too much in depth into it again today. But you can see the reaction yesterday as we were getting close to that 20 SMA and that 300 level. So you guys can see here, very nice downside move off that 300. We did sort of creep back to it. So what's going to happen today? Obviously, there's going to be two moves today. So there's going to be the before FOMC and the after FOMC. But if we see a rejection before FOMC, maybe there's a nice play there, right? I would watch for that. Let's see if there's another 300 rejection on Netflix at the 20 SMA as well as at 300. So I'd watch that one. We'll see if it comes in early morning. If it does, then, so be it. We'll see if we can catch it. But if the market finds downside off FOMC, right, if we get a very aggressive downside move today, if the ES, the NASDAQ start breaking some very key levels, I think Netflix might be the top watch for me because there is a lot of juice here. Right? Even if Netflix just trades back down to Wednesday's levels from last week or 2 weeks ago. Last week. If we just trade down to Wednesday's levels of last week, that's like a 9% drop. And on option contracts, this is a juicy, juicy move. So definitely going to be watching 300 on Netflix, looking to see if that rejects today. All right. Obviously, the market's going to need some downside for that to work out, but definitely going to be watching this one. All right, Meta. Crazy outperformance on Meta, and it's been holding up pretty well. And look at what it's doing today. So Meta has a previous support here around that 124.50. You guys can see here 124.50, 124.50, and you turned it into rejections. 124.50 rejection, 124.50 rejection. And what did it do today? Look at what it's doing as we speak. So as we speak on the live stream, you can see we got above 124.50. We're holding it now as a support in the very short term. So I don't know yet whether it's very solid. Would you want to see some type of pullback intraday and then a sturdy hold? Yeah, probably, right? If you can see something like this intraday today, then maybe I would look for it, right? If I could see Meta pull back to 124.50, really put in a hold here intraday, then maybe we have some type of upside move off that previous rejection point. I would watch it. It's definitely an outperformer. Of course, 2 o'clock could change everything, right? If the FOMC causes the market to drop, Meta's not going to hold 124.50, right? That the technical levels don't matter if FOMC drives this market lower. But if there's something intraday, maybe there's a quick pullback here and then a nice little dead cat or a dead cat bounce, or a washout long. Maybe you get a washout in the morning down to 124.50, hold that level. Maybe there's some upside there. I would just watch that 124.50 level on Meta. It's getting a little bit of outperformance, and maybe it continues to do so. All right, Microsoft. Microsoft got a downgrade this morning. So Microsoft, where is it? Microsoft, UBS downgrades Microsoft. And then also you had some worries about their, hold on. I don't know where it went. Okay, here it is. UBS flags Azure and Office worries in down. So just UBS basically saying that, they're not very confident on Microsoft here, and it's causing a little bit of downside. So the reason I sort of got stuck reading there was this. Google's this whole GPT thing is very interesting. You guys see all this? Working on launching its version of its search engine Bing, which will make use of ChatGPT, a large language model chatbot made by OpenAI. Interesting. This ChatGPT thing is very interesting. I don't know where that's going to go, but yeah, interesting little article there. All right, back on topic. Microsoft. So Microsoft is at a very key level today. So if we go to the 30-minute chart, look at what's happening here. So you guys can see right here. Yeah, ChatGPT is either amazing or very scary. That depends on. I think it's going to cause a lot of lazy people. That's my concern. A lot of lazy young people. Very lazy young people that just tell it to do something and just submit it for I saw people doing it for essays in high school. You'd have to write an essay in high school and you just tell it to do it and just submit it. It's very bad. But Microsoft, you guys can see here, 234, right? 234 here, 234 here, 234 here. I would be watching to see how we do at 234. If 234 today turns into a rejection point, then that could be a very nice trade setup. So I will be watching 234. If 234 right here starts to show me rejections intraday, I think there could be a very nice trade here, guys. I would be watching this. This is a very important 30-minute and hourly chart level. I'll go ahead and get back into that view here. You guys can see right here, right? You have a very important previous triple bottom at 234. If that level turns into a rejection, that is what you need to look for, right? That is exactly what you're looking for. If a previous triple top turns into a rejection point, there's just nothing more bearish than that. So that's what I would be looking for today. If it turns 234 into rejections, which I think it is right now as we speak, this is something that you need to be paying attention to today. So maybe it gets above it, right? Maybe it pushes. I would say if it does get above it, it's going to push back into the previous lows, right? Yesterday's lows right here, 237.50. If it does continue to, if it does push higher, but look at what it's doing right now. I really wish the market was open right now because I think I would take a short. I think I would take a short right here. But who knows? Pre-market, you never know. But that looks really good. 234 into rejections, I would be all over that. All right, Amazon, 87. And we knew 87 yesterday. I didn't take the trade yesterday because I was in Apple, but damn, 87 was special yesterday. So if we go to the hourly chart, I don't know if you guys were in the live stream, you should remember this. It depends on if you're paying attention or not. Some people maybe just put it on the live stream feeling like they're learning, but they're not really paying attention. This is the 87 level that we talked about. And you can see right here, previous support into rejections on Amazon. Look at what it did yesterday. Amazon had a nasty run in the morning. And look at this, the perfect rejection at 87. I mean, awesome. 87, right into it, the exact level we talked about. And just, that was the top of the day. Awesome rejection. Just, this is a huge trade. If you catch this fade off 87, absolutely awesome. Today, where are we again? We are sitting right at 87 again, right? So here we are, previous excuse me, sorry. Previous lows, support at 87, rejections at 87, and yeah, there we are again, 87. So that's what I would be watching. If we turn 87 into a rejection again, bam, right? That's what I'm looking for. So let's look for that. That's definitely going to be a trade of mine today. I'll go back to the 1 minute chart here. You guys can see this is yesterday, a little bit of just a straight pump and dump off 87, which is crazy. And we're sitting back at it today. So let's watch out for that 87 level. All right. Polarizing filter. Yeah, I need something for the camera. We'll see. All right. So let's pull up the tickers that you guys want to look at here. Let me go ahead and pop that up on the screen. How's everyone doing today? How we doing? Press the like button. Subscribe to the channel. How'd everyone do yesterday? We get some nice trades. Did we trade anything from the live stream? Any nice setups? Chef, hopefully Chef's feeling all right. How you doing today, Chef? All right, let me pull that up. Okay, here we go. So, Cat, Costco, got your shirt? Nice. Cat, Costco, Disney, Google, McDonald's. I like it. I'll do AMD and Baba as well. But I like these submissions. They're getting better. All right, Caterpillar. Let's look at end phase too, because I have my end phase put swing, and that thing killed it yesterday. I forgot about that. I think here's what I'll say about Caterpillar. Here's my opinion. All right, I'm just gonna leave it at this. Very easy, one simple sentence. That's it. At some point, Caterpillar will be a fantastic short. That's what I'm gonna say. At some point, Caterpillar will probably be one of the best shorts of next year. It's going to cool off. It's not going to go straight up forever. It's strongly outperformed since October. I mean, it's up 50% in 3 months. That's not very likely of Cat. I think there's going to be something here, right? There's going to be something either to 225, maybe. I would say there's going to be something to 200. This would be my price target on Caterpillar, right? That's what I'll say. I think you're going to have to fill this gap here. I think you're going to fill this gap here. I just am not going to be the first one in it. That's the problem. So I'm looking for it. I'm watching it, but we'll see. But I would say, yes, Caterpillar is something I would be watching to the downside. Costco, 450. Yeah, you're sitting right at it again. You're like at 454. I mean, I don't know. This is getting really tight here on Costco. You're sitting right at a triple bottom. You're going to have to see how the market does, and I would just watch 450. See what it does at 450. But right now, it's still holding. Still holding. Cat is strong. Yeah, there's no denying that. Yeah, I like this. Oh, okay. Who put this in the chat? Someone's paying attention. 91 break and retest on Disney. I like it a lot. I like it a lot. Support here. Support here. Support here. Support here. And look at what we're doing now. You got the 20 SMA as well. And you're coming right into that into that 91 level. So yes, I would say, yeah, let's look for this. I would say either look for 91 or look for around this 91.20 area. 91, I'd maybe even give it to 92. I would say give this a little bit of space, maybe even up to this 92. Now, the reason I say that is because you have these lows here, which may come into play. So I would say anywhere between 91, 92. Yeah, I would look for that. I'd look for that for sure. You can clearly see it on the 4 hour as well. If we go to the 4 hour chart, we're coming back and we're retesting some of these previous lows, right? Previous low, previous low, previous low, previous low. We're retesting those previous lows. Yeah, I like that setup. Great recommendation. Whoever put that in there, I like it a lot. Google hourly. Yeah, it's just like it's curling. You know, there's maybe something forming here. I would say you need to get over this 92. You got 92, which is the previous lows here. You got some previous rejection points here. You have a 20 SMA as well here. So I would say be careful of 92. Yeah, I'll put the ticker back up there. Sorry, guys. I think something's got messed up. 92 is what I would watch. on Google to see if it can get over. But in the short term, I do like. Oh, actually, you did put. Someone's paying attention, man. Someone's doing really well here. Google 92. That's what you put in there. So yes, I totally agree with you. I didn't even know you said that. So yeah, Google 92. That's what I would watch. Yes. In the short term, you could see how this is holding support here around this 89.50. So you can see right here, 89.50, 89.50. So I would say watch out for 89.50 to turn into support. But yeah, 92 would be your next level to watch. Okay, McDonald's. I would say wait. I mean, this could have been your support bounce here on McDonald's yesterday at 260, like the retest. I would have felt a little bit more comfortable back around that 255. But yeah, I mean, this could be your retest. This could be your pullback opportunity on McDonald's. Absolutely. You could start to see this pullback, start to hold this this previous high, and then maybe come back up. So I would say, yeah, I would monitor it. I would rather see McDonald's back at 250. Tap this previous high, tap this high here, this support here, these rejections here. I would probably rather see this back at 256, but you might not get it, right? You don't always get that exact pullback that you want. AMD. AMD is a little too messy for me lately, guys. I'm not really liking AMD. I'd stay away from it. This is a chop fest, like a legitimate chop fest. Look at this price action over the last few weeks. I mean, you could say that the support's stepping in here at 62, but I just really don't like trading into some of these levels, so I'm going to stay away from AMD. I would recommend to do the same. BABA, yeah, BABA and all the Asian market stocks went up nicely. They gapped up this morning. Here's what you're looking for, right? It's very easy. It's very easy what you're looking for here. You're looking for a pullback to these previous highs at 95, 94, 75, right here. This is what you're looking for. You're looking for a pullback to the previous highs. If the previous highs turn into support, then you look to go long. You do not open up this morning with FOMO and you want to buy stocks out of the gates, and then you see BABA pull back to the retest, right? This is the biggest mistake that people make right here. So they get all excited. They're like, oh, fuck yeah, I'm buying BABA out the gates because it gapped up. Then you see this, right? You get the pullback. I lost, right? I lost money on BABA. I'm losing. I'm selling. I'm scared. I'm selling. I'm scared. It's gapping down. Why did I buy calls at open? And then you pull back to the retest level, right? You pull back to the retest level. You start to hold here. People that are paying attention start to take buys here, right? They start to buy at the retest. Then we go back to the intraday. Let's say that happens pretty quickly, right? People start to buy up here at the retest. So the smart people are entering here with stops under the retest, right? And then it starts to go back. And then this guy says, holy shit, what the hell did I do, right? Why the hell did I sell? Look at what's happening now. I wish I didn't sell. So have some type of plan, right? Do not buy gap ups. I mean, gap and goes happen once in a while. I wouldn't buy a gap and go. Wait for the retest. Okay. Last one I'm looking at today is Enphase, and I love this. I am in some Enphase puts. I have been in those since last week. Here it is. These are up pretty damn nicely, actually. So I bought these last week. So last week, I purchased some Enphase January 20th 260 puts. This was on the 29th around 11:30 a.m. This is what I was looking at, a little bear flag at 270, filled at 1285. Yesterday, I was up about $3,000 on them. So a pretty badass trade there on Enphase. Finally, Enphase pays me off. Why did I get into this? It's all about this right here, guys, right? If you're turning a previous support into a very obvious rejection point, then I am going to be in this all day, right? It doesn't matter if I'm right. It doesn't matter if I'm wrong. If we are turning, right, this 270 previous quadruple bottom, maybe even whatever the 5 is, penta bottom, whatever you want to call it. If we are turning a 5 bottom into a wick rejection, right? I'm in this thing all day long. So that's why I got in. Very clear technical reason. And yesterday we got the awesome downside move. So I'm continuing to hold some. I sold 2. I have 3 left. We'll see what happens. All right, guys. Well, that's about all I have. If you guys could take a second out of your day, press the like button for me. Help me grow this channel. Help me continue to, just continue to grow on YouTube. So that would be very much appreciated. Press the like button, subscribe to the channel. I'll change around the view again. I'll try to figure it out. It's going to be a disaster. I'm going to try to figure out how to set this up correctly, but I don't really like this angle either. I don't like looking to the left. I don't like the camera or the mic over here either. So I'm probably going to spend the rest of the day after trading setting this up once again. We'll see where I settle in at. Thank you guys for the recommendations on some filters to get for my lens. I definitely need some of that. And yeah, thanks again. Press the like button if you could. Let's try to get to 1,000 likes. That would be an awesome goal, to get 1,000 likes on a daily basis. That would be awesome. That would just take, it would take about, maybe a little bit, about 75% of you guys to actually press the like button, and we can get there. All right, guys, have a great day. Be careful of FOMC, 2 p.m. Very important, 2 p.m. FOMC minutes. Be careful of that. Be safe out there. And I will see you guys tomorrow. Peace out.